All right, guys, welcome back to Tuff Teams. I'm here with Derek, one of the SEO specialists at Tuff. I guess let's just start this off by having you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do at Tuff.
Yeah, so my name's Derek. I live in Miami, just moved here recently. I've been doing SEO for about maybe more than 10 years now. So my role at Tuff consists of technical SEO, on-page SEO, and content SEO. We don't do much off-page, but mainly a day in the life is creating content calendars, building the content strategy, whether it be landing pages, blog posts, or lengthy guides. And then, assigning those out to writers, whether it be through a content management system like Verblio or assigning them to freelancers, building the outlines for the content, making sure that all the websites are, running correctly in terms of technical SEO, that there's no broken links, whether it be internal broken links or duplicate meta descriptions or titles. So just running the gamut of SEO, making sure that everything's working well, and then checking in with results, reporting back to the client on weekly calls to let them know how it's going, what kind of keyword movement we've seen that week or that month, and then also trying to tie it back to organic revenue as well, and just making sure that we're hitting our goals.
Gotcha. So my first question, I'm going to jump away from SEO a little bit. I was checking out your page on the Tuff website, and your fact was that the first time that you flew on a plane, you skydived out. So what was that like?
Yeah. So technically, I think I flew on a plane when I was like 18 months or something, but like I don't count that. But the
Yeah.
first time like I actually flew on a plane, yeah. So I think I was like 21 or 22, and yeah, I just had the urge to go skydiving, and I was like, let's do it. And I found a friend who wanted to do it as well. We found like a Groupon ticket. I think it was like 185, and then if you wanted like a video, it was like an extra 100 or something. So I was nervous. I was really nervous. I get like motion sickness, so like it was on like one of these small planes.
Yeah.
So yeah, they like, and you have somebody strapped to your back. You got to go tandem because you can't jump alone, of course. Um, so we get up there. We go, I think like 13,000 feet or like 15,000 feet. It was like an hour away from my hometown. We go up in this small plane into the clouds, and the guy's on your back. He's like, walk to the door now, and the door's open, and you're just like looking out, and it's scary. I would have never jumped myself. So he's like, we're gonna jump on three, and he goes 1, 2, and then he pushes you out on two. Um, and it's just like amazing. Like there wasn't like you don't feel like your stomach drop. You like maybe for like a second, and then after that, you're
Yeah.
just floating. So you're just like floating for the first like 50 seconds. And then he releases the parachute. And then that's when I started to get like a little nauseous. Then the parachute ride down is like another like 5 or 10 minutes. And yeah, he's like, how crazy do you want to get? You can do spins, I was like, nah, let's just get
You're
down.
good, right?
But yeah, that first like minute's amazing.
And were you like nervous about the flying part? Like to me, like even flying, like I would be a little nervous, but then like you're like, all right, when we get up there, we have to jump out. Like, I don't know. That whole story seems so crazy.
Yeah. I was nervous of the flying. Somebody had died at this place like 2 weeks earlier.
Not a good sign. And they're
But
offering
he
a
jumped.
Groupon.
No, but he was like an expert who jumped alone. But they take it very serious. We were supposed to jump at like noon, and they were like,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's too windy." They pushed it back an hour. Then they pushed it back another hour, and like I was looking up, and it was like clear skies. There was no wind at all. But so they take it really serious. But yeah, I was nervous getting on the plane because it was like this small plane, and like it was like my first time. So
Dang.
I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, and now you're also one of Tufts like biggest travelers, I would say. At least since I've been here, you've done a lot of traveling. Um, so my next question is, if you had to work remotely, so we're already a remote team, but remotely, um, from somewhere, where would you choose to work if you had to work there for like a month?
I've actually been thinking where I would go. I think right now it would definitely be an island, like a small island. I love beaches and islands. Maybe somewhere in the Caribbean. Um, I think it would be somewhere in the Caribbean because of like the time zone. It's like the same time zone.
Yeah, it lines up. Yeah.
So that makes it easy for work. And, being in Miami, the Caribbean's only like a 1 or 2 hour plane ride. So yeah, I don't know specifically. I would probably try a few different places. Like I haven't really been to many places in the Caribbean. So maybe like Turks and Caicos or like Barbados or something like that. Um, I've been to like Belize and Aruba and stuff, and I really like those places. So I think, yeah, somewhere down there, definitely.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing your pictures of you like working from the beach. So my next question, I guess we can move into some like SEO stuff. Um, and the first question is just, is there one kind of win or like campaign or something that you're super proud of in your SEO career? Like you ranked for a super difficult keyword or something like that?
Oh, I mean, I think Salams was amazing. We were on that together. So they were trying to rank, their number one keyword was Muslim dating. I think they were ranking at like number 12 when we started. And just maybe 2 months later, they were ranking at number one. Muslim dating app, they were number two. They were ranking number one for Muslim man. You know how much search volume that has, and like it wasn't even like the keyword that we were going after. So those were just like incredible results in such a short period of time. But yeah, there's been a lot of good results here. Definitely Cleary bikes. We saw some really amazing results. Renogy, I'm always happy whenever we can, maintain and increase those like rankings that they have. So they had made a URL switch just like a few months ago, back in like October and November, and it really dropped their traffic. And it took a few months, but now we're starting to get that traffic back and we're back on the rise. So I'm really happy about that. I think, from here on, it's just only upwards for them. So I think we're going to see a lot of good results for them as well.
Yeah, it's always fun to like check Search Console or something, and like every week it's going up, and you're like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know,
Yeah,
that's always fun for me.
yeah, definitely.
And then do you think there's kind of one part of SEO or like one strategy or tactic that like a lot of your clients overlook or just kind of don't think about?
It's a good question. I think, if for a little bit, SEO is kind of overlooked in general by a lot of companies. I wouldn't say too many of our clients here at Tuff, but um, yeah, I think that like in general, it's a tough thing to explain and kind of get the point across. And maybe it's because of those results take so long. We're looking at like maybe 6 months if it's a new website, it might be like 6 to 12 months. So I think one thing that's overlooked is making sure that each page has a one specific target keyword, and then using like a very similar target keyword for another page. So I think some people think that maybe they're too similar and we can't create content around this. But there's definitely a lot that can be done by making sure that each page has a single target keyword, and that you're not trying to like rank one page for multiple. It's going to rank for multiple on its own, but making sure that you focus on a single keyword, and then you have another page that focuses on another keyword as well, and then just using internal linking to bring those together. I think that's something that goes a long way, definitely, and it might not be so well understood.
Yeah, I think it's always helpful if you can like provide some context to the client and let them know like, if we target this specific keyword, like we can, create new landing pages for different variations and yeah, kind of run wild with content. So I think that's always kind of fun. And then my next question is if you could work with like one company or one website, like who would your dream client be?
Oh, dream client. I've never thought of that. Yeah, I think it would definitely be someone in like the earlier stages of SEO, like maybe not the early stages of the company, but they've been around for a while, but not doing SEO. I'll just
Mhm.
jump out and throw one out there, like SpaceX. Like,
Yeah, that'd be so
I
cool.
I don't think they focus on SEO because they probably don't need it, like they're not
Right.
probably don't have to like write SEO optimized content. So, but they've got the brand, they've got Elon Musk behind them. They're doing amazing things. They're going to space. They're trying to colonize Mars. So I think that would be some awesome content to create and a great client to work for.
Yeah, I guess we'll put that one in the sales pipeline. I'll reach out to Elon Musk and see what I can do. Yeah, but that's all I had for you. I appreciate you jumping on today.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks, Derek.